It's Fans Corner. Welcome to it, and thank you so much for making time for us. We are back in the Betway Premiership. We are wrapping up the 2024-2025 season. 11 out of the 15 teams have completed their league fixtures for this season. It's a very awkward season, this one, if you ask me, for many reasons, including Royal AM being kicked out of the league for their reasons. And also Sundowns' participation in the league, in the Champions League on the last day of the league fixtures also makes it a little bit awkward because usually teams finish the league on the same day. Very, very awkward. We are not used to this kind of finishing. But yeah, it is what it is. I guess the biggest story would be Kaizer Chiefs failing to qualify for the MTN 8 again this season. I'll get to that, but there are other things that I just wanted to touch on a little bit before we go into the Kaizer Chiefs issue. There's two games remaining. Orlando Pirates still have to play against Magesi FC, and then Super Sports still have to finish a game against Golden Arrows. I don't remember what was the score when that game was abandoned, but they still have to go and finish that particular game. I would say the Pirates versus Magesi game is moot in a sense that it doesn't really change anything. I think teams already know where they are. Many teams already know where they are in terms of the league position where they are going to end up in. There might be changes, obviously, after the two games that are remaining, especially with regards to the position of Super Sports United. But most of the teams that were trying to qualify for certain competitions through the league have already done that. We know Stellenbosch FC have qualified for the Confederations Cup together with Kaizer Chiefs. Obviously, Stellenbosch through achieving position 3, and then Kaizer Chiefs through winning the Nedbank Cup. And then position 1 and 2, obviously Champions League football, which is Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. Then we have the issue regarding the top 8 that I've just touched on a little bit with Kaizer Chiefs. I think when I look at this, I don't think there will be any changes in the top 8. Although in terms of points, the likes of Richards, Chiefs and Marumo Gallants might be pushed down a little bit, depending on what happens with Magesi. If Magesi win, if I'm not mistaken, if Magesi win, they'll get to 33 points, which will be above Chippa United and above Marumo Gallants, and Kaizer Chiefs, who are on 32. But that 33 points is not going to be enough to move Richards Bay from the position 3, I think, because of goal difference. The goal difference, it's too high. The difference, Golden Arrows together with Magesi, if they were to win their games, they would push Kaizer Chiefs and Chippa United. Chiefs and Chippa and Marumo Gallants, they'll push them down. So it's likely going to happen that Chiefs will probably finish in position 11 or somewhere there. It could happen, not likely. Let me not say likely, because I don't think it's an easy game for Magesi, this one. Also, maybe Golden Arrows could make the table turn a little bit there. But the game that is going still of massive significance is the game between Super Sports United and Golden Arrows, because that game, if Super Sports do not win that game, it means they are relegated. Wait, they are not relegated. They will be involved in the relegation playoffs. I think that's what they said. If I'm mistaken, you will correct me. I think they said obviously Royal AM will assume the position of a relegated team, and then the position 15 in the league will be involved in the playoffs as usual, which means Super Sports would not be guaranteed to come back next season. They were not coming. The rumors are that they might not be coming back anyway, because they are planning to sell their status to Bloemfontein Celtic. It got me excited because of how I like Bloemfontein Celtic. But now, if they are involved in relegation playoffs, that's going to be a big problem, because if they fail to win those relegation playoffs, then Bloemfontein Celtic might not be able to acquire that status through purchasing the position of SuperSports United. If that is true, if there's any truth to that, then I guess Bloemfontein Celtics will look at another team. But I don't think the teams that are coming from the Motsepe Foundation League would want to sell their status after such a long battle to get to the top flight football. But we've seen things happening in the league. That is it in terms of how the remaining games are going to affect the positions of other teams. But just wrapping it up, I think what Sundowns were able to do this season, man, it's one for the books. One for the books indeed. 28 games, 73 points, the same points as what they did last season, having played 2 games less this time around. And what they were able to do in the goal difference, guys. Jesus Christ, what they were able to do in the goal difference is just something else. I don't think we've seen anything like this. I don't think we've seen a team getting to 52 a goal difference of 52, having scored 65 goals and only conceded 13. The best defense in the league, the best attack in the league. I mean, they were the best in everything. They are miles ahead of everyone else. The other thing that I'm still going to touch on before I go to Kaizer Chiefs. Remember what I said about Orlando Pirates many videos ago. Well, let me not say many videos ago. A few videos ago, I did say that Pirates could break their record in terms of points accumulated in one season and still not win the league. And we are here. They are on 60 points. Their biggest tally is 61 in a 30-game league. And here we are in a 28-game league. They might get 63 points, which is 2 points above the 61 that they had acquired before. And this time around, they would be able to do that with 2 games less. So this pretty much is it could easily go down as Pirates' best season in the league, and yet they don't win the league. That's the Sundowns power that I spoke about in a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, the biggest story, like I said, is the Chiefs failing to make it to top 8 again this season. You know, some of you who've been with us for a number of for some time now, you'd know how I feel about Kaizer Chiefs and the top 8 for next season. I think Chiefs having qualified for the Confederations Cup, it's an extra tournament on its own. It's a continental tournament which will take its toll on the team. MTN 8 starts too early for a team that is trying to build. I think MTN 8 is good for teams that are well established. The likes of Stellenbosch FC, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi, and I think the Skukuna United as well. I think those are the top 4 teams. I think they have a very big chance in the top 8, in the MTN 8. But I think the likes of Kaizer Chiefs, where we still don't know what's going to happen, we are likely going to see an exodus of players at Kaizer Chiefs and an influx of new players as well, which will make the team relatively new in the next season, and then they have to compete so early on in a cup competition. I personally don't think that's good for the team, but we've seen teams do that. We've seen teams even winning the competition, having revamped their teams. But I don't like it for Chiefs. But I know it's not good. It's not nice to see your team failing to break into the top 8, no matter what. It still hurts. But personally, I've been saying that I'll be okay with Chiefs not qualifying for the top 8, so that they can focus on solidifying their position in the league earlier on instead of focusing on the MTN 8. It's not a lot of games anyway, but it comes a little bit too early, where you end up having to focus on 2 tournaments at the same time. So I'm okay with that. But I know many of us are hurting from that. But I guess we can take consolidation from the fact that we've qualified for another tournament, which wouldn't ordinarily qualify for in the Confederations Cup, CAF Confederations Cup, which is even bigger and could expose the team to international experience, which is going to be a good experience for the team. And having said that, I think I watched the game between Chiefs and Polokwane City, and I thought to myself, the dominance that Chiefs showed in the first half and failing to score was just a summary of what Kaizer Chiefs have been this season. There were times where they were playing good football and failing to score, and there were times where they were... In fact, we didn't get results. How many games did we win anyway? I didn't even check that. Having played 28 games, we've only won 8. Drawn 8 and lost. Jesus Christ, this is embarrassing, eh? I mean, for a team that only won 8 out of 28 games and we still want to make it to the top 8, no, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. We deserve to be where we are. We'll probably finish below the 9th. We're position 9 now. There are 2 teams that could push us to position 11. I think we deserve position 11. That would be 11 out of 15. Okay. Guess the Nedbank Cup is more of a consolation cup. Earlier on I said consolidation instead of consolation. So English is not our don't come for me for failing to use the right word there. But yeah, it is what it is, but I think I'm okay with it. The team didn't play well enough this season to qualify, to deserve to be in the top 8. We don't deserve to be in the top 8. We deserve a West position, and I think a West position could come for us. We could be position 10 or position 11 at the end of the season, at the real end of the season. It's the end for us, but it is not the end for some other teams. Having said that, guys, I really enjoyed doing this with you this season. This is the first season where we really did try to go all the way out and do as many post-match reactions for PSL games in particular. Yes, we tried. Yes, we couldn't cover everything. Some days were better than others. Some days it just was impossible. Days like this were to watch 2 games. I was watching both the Sundowns game and the Kaizer Chiefs game at the same time. I'm gonna do a Sundowns game post-match reaction as well. Please look out for that after this video. I think I have to thank those of you who stayed with us. There are some people who are regulars on our comment section, whether on the TikTok, Facebook, and also on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for your time. Really, we appreciate you. We hope to do even better next season. We do this because of the love of football, and we hope that we'll be joined by other people as well on this channel. We'll still do the Pirates game at the end, and the Super Sports game as well, as soon as those have been completed, because they are significant. The Pirates game is significant in a sense that, like I said, it's a game where they could easily surpass the tally of points that they have been able to acquire over the past seasons. And the Super Sports game, it's a relegation battle. If they fail to win that game, they are going to relegation playoffs. If they win, it's Cape Town City who are going to play. Who would have thought, man, beginning of the season? Who would have thought that Cape Town City could find themselves at the... In fact, who would have thought Cape Town City and SuperSports United could find themselves in those positions? Because those are 2 teams that could easily be in the top 4 of the Betway Premiership in any normal ordinary season. These are teams that could easily be in the top 4, top 5. There they are now. One of them could face them. One of them is definitely going to face the music in being involved in relegation playoffs. One of them is going to survive. So we don't know which one is which. It will depend on how SuperSports and Golden Arrows complete their game. And then Pirates could complete the season with the highest tally of points they've ever acquired and still not be able to win the league, like I did say in the past. And I've been saying this so many times. I don't think we understand how massive this is. I mean, it's huge. You've gone and broken all your records and your own record, and you end up not with nothing to show for it. It's quite an interesting thing that happened this season in the Premier Soccer League. Anyway, this has been Fans Corner. We meet again in the last episode looking at this particular Betway Premiership. Otherwise, it's been good. We meet again in the next one. The next video that I'm going to do, like I said, is going to be the video of Mamelodi Sundowns versus Pyramids, the CAF Champions League. Look out for that after this video.